Hi, it's Liz at Stampin' the Shoreline, and today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little mini photo album book box that's in like a little pizza box. It's got a belly band around it to hold it closed, and it opens with a little ribbon tie tag to reveal 6 of your favorite photos with journaling on the back and a little sentiment on the front cover. So today I'm just going to show you how to make the box and the insert and the band as well, and then you can decorate it however you like. I'm going to put that aside and let's get started. You're going to need a couple sheets of cardstock in your favorite Stampin' Up! Color, and I am so super excited to find out the new in colors for this year's new catalog. Can't reveal them yet, but you're going to love them. Oh, so, alright, let's get started. Your first piece of paper is going to be cut, your cardstock rather, is going to be cut at 8.5 by 4.5. Then you're going to need 2 strips cut at 11 by 3 7/16. And then your last strip, what's left from these, will be about 1.25 inches. Just cut a 1/2 inch piece from that. We're going to use this for the band. The other things you're going to need are some pictures, cropped down to 3 inches square, some designer series paper. You're going to need 7 or 8 pieces, depending on if you want to put a piece on the front of the box. You can stamp the box as well too, if you'd like, or you could stamp the the cardstock. You can do whichever you'd like. But I'm going to show you how to do it with a designer series paper, and this is cut to 3 3/8 inch square, and it fits nicely. So the first thing we're going to do is take our 8.5 by 4.5 piece of paper and score it. And I am not the proud owner of a Stampin' Up! Scoring board yet. However, I did purchase the diagonal plate and the scoring borders plate, and it fits perfectly onto here. So if you have a Martha Stewart scoreboard already and you're dying to get the diagonal, full plated diagonal and the scoring borders, they fit great. So just a little tip for you there. I'll put those away. Alright, so with your landscape side up at the top with your 8.5 inches, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, turn it around, the opposite side, and score it at 1/2 inch again. Now the reason why I do that is because I like to be pretty exact, especially with the length of the paper. So if I'm scoring a 1/2 and 1/2, I know that I definitely have 7.5 inches left in here. So the next thing you're going to do is, keeping this on the landscape, is you're going to score it again at 4, and then again at 4.5. So 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 4, and 4.5. Then you're going to turn this the short way, and you're going to score it at 1/2 inch again. Oops. And reverse it and score that side of 1/2 inch one more time. So your scores again are a 1/2 inch on each side, and then at 4 and 4.5. And we'll put that aside, and the next thing we're going to score are these 2 sheets of 11 3/16, and this forms the accordion folder. We're going to glue these together after we score and fold them in an accordion. This is cut at 3 7/16, and now my scoreboard doesn't come in 16, so I want to make this 2 or 3 squares. So I'm going to do this at 3 3/8, and that's close enough to a square. If you have a problem with it and you want to make it the exact amount, you can. Now, rather than to have to add 3 3/8 in my head every time, I'm going to fold it and bring it over and do it at 3 3/8 again. I'm going to fold this back, and this starts to form my accordion. And then one more score rather, at 3 3/8 one more time. You can do that to both pieces. Just snug that right up there next to your edge of your scoring board. And one more. Oh, you're done with the scoring board. Put it away. Oops. A little sticky left on there. Now we're going to assemble the box. Get your foam folder out, because we like nice pressed creases. So you're gonna fold on each of the 1/2 inch score lines and give it a nice press. Oops. And score that piece deep enough. I have a little remnant of glue on this that my paper keeps sticking to. I should probably have learned to put this on a clean sheet, but frugal that I am, I'm going to take a little eraser and see if that'll come off that way. No, but it's not as sticky. We're good. So you have this scored on each of your 1/2-inch score lines. You're going to come in and score, rather press on the 4-inch, and then press on the 4.5. Now, I like to press my seams before I cut, simply because it gives me more of an indication of where I'm cutting. And what you're going to do, if I can grab a scissors, is cut each of these score lines up to the 1/2-inch line, all the way around. And then on the other side. And so now you have tabs that you're going to glue. So press those all in, hold them in, and you can see your box is going to start to take shape. Now, before you go ahead and adhere these, if you wanted to use a punch to punch a shape out of here, you could do that. In fact, I'll do that right now with my petite mini label punch. I think this is a really cute idea. You want to go up past this 1/2-inch piece. And go as far as your punch will go up. And then just to make sure that it's straight, you're just going to line up the edge of your punch with this score. So punch it out. And then you have a cute little peekaboo line there. Alright, so now what we're going to do is mark halfway on your top piece, which will be 2 1/4 inches, with just a little pen. And you're going to punch this out with the circle punch. So 2 1/4 is halfway. I'm going to go halfway up this 1/2-inch piece with just a little dot. You can see that. And then I'm going to take my circle punch, using a 3/4 inch circle punch, and I'm going to center it both horizontally and vertically, so I get that nice 1/2-inch, half of a circle. And that'll be your finger tab. And now we're ready to glue. I'm going to use snail for this just to demonstrate, so I can get this together quicker. But I do recommend that you use sticky strip on this because it holds much better. So just cut 2, 4, 6 pieces of sticky strip and adhere them on here. I'm going to, again, as I said, just do this with a little tape adhesive like snail. Just for purposes, show you how to put this together. So you're going to start with the top of your box, and you're going to bring this tab behind this, line them up, and get a nice press. See how that corner? See how I made that corner? You're going to do it again with this side. Come do the back before you do the middle, because the middle is a little tricky sometimes. So you have your 4 corners at your top and your bottom done, and now you have your half. What you want to make sure so that this box opens and closes correctly is that these tabs here go forward. You want to go to the bottom of the box. So lift that up, line them up and press. Line it up and press. And there you have, whoops, your pizza box. Cute, huh? All right. We'll do a belly band for this at the end to hold those, keep these flares from flapping out. Now the next part that you want to do are take your 2 accordion folds, and forgot to fold that last piece. You want to fit them up. This part really doesn't matter, but what I like to do is have my full sheet on the front. Yeah. So this will be your top piece. You're going to put a piece of sticky strip on here, and you're going to adhere this part to here. Again, for now, for ease of demonstration, I'm just going to use some snail type adhesive. And you want to be careful when you line this up that it's lined up perfectly so that it folds evenly and it stays nice and square. And you want to fold that back into an accordion and press the scores on this. You don't want it to lay completely flat, but you do want it to lay a little flat. So, and that's going to go right inside this box after you've decorated it. Now, you can decorate this as easily as you want, and I don't need to do a million things for you, but we'll put one piece of designer series paper on the top, and what's cute is that's going to show right through your little punch cutout. So you can coordinate this with a stamp. You could stamp and punch out the little Pretty Petites stamp set and use this on here. You can do whatever you want. So what I'm going to show you though is you want to cover this is your cover, and this is how it will open, and then we will have a little piece of, I'm using So Saffron taffeta 3/8 inch ribbon, and you want to cut it about 2 inches. Put a little sticky on the end and just make a loop and push that closed. So this is just going to act as a pull tab to lift your accordion folds out of the album. And now I'm going to take your second piece of designer series paper and put some adhesive on it. And you want to center this loop onto your designer series paper, and then center your paper on your cardstock. There you go. And then your last step would be to center your photo on each one. Cute, huh? I'm just going to find some So you would do each of these squares, 6 of them, and you can journal on the back. You can, write the date and whatever it is you journal about. So your last your last step for putting this together is you're going to put, again, a little bit of sticky strip, but I'm just going to use snail, on that very last inch tab. And it's going to get seated in the box. So that when you open the box, so you want to just pull it as far forward as you can so it lays flat. And there is your mini photo album in a box. Now this, I swear, is not hard to open and close. It's just that this paper is very lightweight. It's not a Stampin' Up! Paper. So, last thing you want to do is come in with your 11 inch by 1/2 inch strip and decorate this as ever you want. Again, you can cut some designer series paper a little narrower than this and adhere it on there, but I'm just going to show you. What I do is, rather than just score this with a score pal or with scoring board rather, or the scoring blade on your Stampin' Trimmer, I like to use my fingers. That way I know that it's not too tight and not too loose. So you just want to bend it around there, and bend it around here again, so that they meet in the back. And don't forget that you're going to slide this on and off, so you want to make sure that it's not too tight. If it's too tight, you're going to have a hard time getting it back on and ruin the edges. So giving it just a little bit of room. You come in, again, with sticky strip I would do this, so it stays nice and secure. You want to just gently line it up. So there you go, your belly band, which can be decorated with anything you want, flowers or a little, I use the label, lots of tags, I think it's called, yes, lots of tag stitches for this. And I just adhered it on some, or some more little flowers. So your belly band, your pizza box, and it opens with your pictures. So thanks for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to get a hold of me. Visit my online store at lizvickerman.stampinup.net. Thanks.